Now I've been using this setup for a good half a year now, and I don't have any running issues per se, but if I'm honest, I don't think the setup actually really works very well. As you see, we go from the PCV to the catch can, and then that comes back to the intake manifold, and then we just have a breather on there. So what's the plan then? The plan is to convert these fittings to AN10 lines, do a PCV delete and run both of the breather sort of outlets to a vented catch can in replacement of this one. So first of all, we're going to have to modify the rocker cover. So I bought another one. So there's a couple of things we're going to need to do. So we have pulled the sort of pressed attachment out of there in a vise, and then we're going to drill this out. We have a hole on that side we're going to drill out where the PCV normally fits, and then we're going to tap both those threads, and then inside here I'm also going to drill out these two passageways in the baffles just to be able to increase the airflow. So what we're going to need is some drill bits. So I've bought two AN fittings. One is a 3/8 to a 10 AN, and the other one is a 1/2 inch to a 10 AN, both MPT, which is a tapered thread, so they're self-sealing. And we're going to need the 1/2 inch on the PCV side, and the 3/8 on the sort of the side that would usually go to the inlet. Now we're just going to have to make sure we deburr this before it all goes off to powder coating, but we'll do that later. So what I'm going to do now is just drill out the other side. There's not as much drill on this side, so it should be a lot quicker. There you go, so that's pretty good. Not too much thread left, but then enough thread for it to seal. And then inside looks a bit like that. Right, and there we have it. That is two tapped AN fittings. And that's them fully fitted and tight. So you can see that's what the smaller side looks like, and then the PCV side. It's a little bit like that. Now, the thing to be aware about with MPT threads is the further you drive this in, the wider the thread will be, which means the fitting will go in further. So it's important not to drive this all the way in fully. It's better to find it out and see how far that this actually goes, or when it's tight. Otherwise, you'll end up you'll bottom this out on the valve cover, and it won't seal because the threads, it's designed so the threads actually make the seal. Now you could put a little bit of PTFE or a liquid sealant on this if you wanted, but in theory it shouldn't be necessary. They use a little bit of W40 as like a lubricant, and what that helped do is keep all the shavings inside of this groove when you're cutting it, otherwise you can pull the threads out. Now it's going to be quite important to deburr this hole as well, make sure there's no shavings on either sides we've tapped, and that there's also no debris left. Now the last thing we're going to do is actually drill out these two chamber ports, or the chamber ports. You've got one here and one there. Now these sort of allow the oily air to go through to the PCV system. Now, well, sorry, to the breather side. This is the PCV goes on this side. Now the 1.6 we seem to have two chambers. On a 1.8 you will just have the one. So I'm going to drill that out to I think I chose an 8mm. about the right size. And 8 there. And what that's going to do is give us a lot of extra airflow through there. So let's get those in the drill. Be careful you don't go through the top of your valve cover. And we've got a lot of debris in here now, shavings that we had to clear. That's how it looks now. Now we're going to get this sent off to the powder coaters. It should come back looking lovely and gloss white. Looks really good in a gloss white to replace the old, I painted this a few years ago. You can see it's now flaking and looking quite scabby. Right, so now we know what we're going to be doing. Let's just take off all the old hardware. We'll get this taken off, get all the catch can removed. We'll also have to actually take the sort of coil pack off the back, which is two, I think, 12mm bolts, one there and one there. Now on eBay you can buy some new bolts for these, stainless steel, rather than the OEM ones. They're sort of like a, I want to say cap head. But stay blessed. So yeah, if you want some new hardware, you can buy them online. G19 do some titanium ones, but they weren't in stock, so we'll see what these look like. So torque sequence goes as follow: 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13 and 14. So I've got this set up, got a torque wrench. You see the ones in the middle are already loose, where we tightened everything else up. There you go, and that is that. Back in there. So I bought a wonderful eBay catch can, and this actual fitting is too big for the hole, which comes supplied with it. They do not fit at all. Alright, with all these things where you don't buy a whole kit, things can go a little bit, not wrong per se, but you know, it's not worked out currently. But the catch can, this one, you would have seen these on eBay. They are the eBay LE bar ones. This fitting that they've given me does not fit in that hole, so this needs to be returned. And I don't know, maybe I'll get day fab. I don't know. But yeah, so the plan is still to obviously dual vent it. We've got the new rock cover on that looks really good. So I think catch can's probably going to mount over here somewhere. Might need to buy some bits, just drill into the firewall, and so I can put some thread into there as well. But yeah, we'll get through to another day. So for now, this is on pause. So the plan is to have the catch can sort of something like this. It's a lot taller than my old one. So I'm gonna have to sort of make up a little bracket to fit it in here, or modify this one. So what I'm doing is I'm just sort of fitting it with a load of cable ties until I'm happy at where it sits with the lines, and then I will then modify something up to mount it. So I've bought some of this nice braided sort of hose, again from China, off eBay. I think it's about 30 quid. Comes with this. It also comes with a pack of fittings, AN10 fittings to make them up. So it's just worth noting that you will need to blank off the bit on the air intake.